Certainly. I thought the training was very good. Being on a board of directors, your time is always very precious and very difficult to volunteer. A lot of times you don't have experience with prior board knowledge of what is required. I thought Matthew was very clear and concise as an explanation. The PowerPoint presentation was very clear and concise. Sheila also added very good points that I thought everybody took away with a good idea of what nonprofit board structure should look like, what the requirements are, the fiduciary duties, the requirements with the federal and the state level, and also how to, I guess, build a better board or make sure that the people who compromise the board of directors understand their requirements ethically, morally, financially, etc. So I thought it was a wonderful presentation, and I'm very pleased to go back to my board and give them some of the training that I received today.
So this was actually very informative. I learned a lot. A lot of it has to do with updating the board, updating our documentation, and definitely making sure that everybody, including staff and volunteers, are really on board and up to date with all the new laws, but also regulations and good practices. So this was great. Thank you.
We're just forming, and we need articles of incorporation, conflict of interest policy. I'm trying to think of just have to review my notes and figure out all the other things.
And now I know more about what the board's obligation and their goals to do, and planning for the next level, the strategies which you have to do to have the board helps you, and to move up in the next level with your nonprofit organization. Knowing more about the bylaws, the new laws, and just staying focused and just knowing that you have to always learn more about your corporation to be successful.
His review was perfectly timed, since that is a responsibility of the board to annually look at its bylaws, procedures, and responsibilities. Be constantly vigilant in reviewing your procedures and keeping your paperwork up to date, particularly the minutes of each meeting and getting a regular budget report on your financial expenditures.
Take home information that we learned about the new laws, how it's changed, and what's the raised in different things, and how we have to be more vigilant when it comes to the audit, as well as our financial responsibility. And even looking at all the things that we do in our books and keeping the minutes, and it's important that we make a book for every board member so that they can bring it back and forth. So that would be one of the goals that we're going to do, is to make sure that there's a book that has all our policies and different things in there, so that if we need the information, it'll be at hand for each board meeting.
I am coming here from a Bronx senior center, my neighborhood senior center, in a neighborhood that is not getting sufficient support for young families. So the information I'm getting here will enable me to start getting on track to bring people of interest, vital interest in the improvement of services within our community. Then I can take the information I got this morning and begin to apply it to my community's need for vital services and the support from institutions, funding institutions.